Hello and welcome back to Jules Math Tools, where math is made easy. This is part 11 on our series of fractions involving PEMDAS. And in this question, we're working with two division operation signs. But I'm going to show you a little sneak and sweet trick that you can use to solve this type of question. So if you already see how we're going to solve this question, let's get started. So in our session today, we are solving a fraction involving two operation signs that are division. Now, I know that in working through these types of questions, you may be tempted to work each of your division operation signs out separately. But if we already know that our division changes into multiplication, we're going to work with that skill in mind and use that to solve this question more quickly. So let's begin. Remember that whenever we are dividing fractions, we always apply our keep change rules to our fractions. So our first fraction means that we're going to keep it the same, change to division to multiplication, then flip the second. So we're looking at our first set of fractions. So now let's apply that rule. So we're going to keep 4/7 the same. We're going to change our division to multiplication and then flip or take the reciprocal of our second fraction. Now, once we have done that, I'm also going to return back my division operation sign and my 8/9, that's my final fraction. And now that we've applied our keep change flip rule to our first set of fraction, note that we already have another division operation sign involved in this question as well. So what I'm going to do now is apply that keep, change, and flip rule to my last set of fractions that are also being divided. So in this portion, we're dividing our 8/3 by our 8/9. So I'm going to apply my keep, change, and flip rule once again. So before I get started, let's return our 4/7 back to our question, right back in our multiplication sign, and then we're going to keep our 8/3 the same. And now we're going to change our division to multiplication, and we're going to flip or take the reciprocal of our second fraction. So now that all of our operation signs are now changed from division to multiplication, we can now work the entire question out as is first. So as always, we are going to simplify our fractions. Remember, I told you that at this point, we're on session 11, so we're going to be skipping through a lot of the rules that we would not have performed in the earlier sessions. So remember that we're dividing. I'm going to divide my numerator of 8 and my denominator of 8, both by the number 8. So 8 divided by 8 will equal to 1. 8 divided by 8 will equal to 1. And now I'm going to perform a second simplification where I will divide my 3 by 3 and also divide my 9 by 3. So 3 divided by itself will equal to 1, and 9 divided by 3 will equal to 3. And since we do not have any other common factors that we can use to simplify our fractions, let's rewrite back our fractions so that we can see what numbers we're going to be using in our multiplication. So in our first fraction, we have our 4/7. In my second fraction, I have 1 in my numerator and 1 in my denominator. And in our third and final fraction, we have 3 in our numerator and we have 1 in our denominator. So now that we have completed rewriting our fractions, let's perform our multiplication. So 4 times 1 will equal to 4, and 4 times 3 will equal to 12. And we have 7 times 1, which will equal to 7. So now that we have multiplied our fraction, of course, we now have an improper fraction with 12/7, which means that we now need to convert this fraction into its mixed fraction form. And remember, to do that, we divide our 7 into 12. And when 7 divides into 12, we would get the quotient of 1. 1 times 7 is equal to 7, and 12 minus 7 gives us the difference of 5. So my mixed fraction for my 12/7 will equal to my 1 whole and my 5/7. Okay, so there you have it. We just solved a question involving PEMDAS with two division operations involved. And remember that once you are more familiar with these rules, you know how you can now use them to help you work more efficiently and easily as you work through these type of questions. But as always, get some additional practice in, and we'll see you right here in the next session on Jules Math Tools, where the aim is always to make math easy.